Alright, here we are. So I'm going to try and draw all kinds of other stuff. What is up, everyone? You know who it is. Today I'm doing somewhat of a practice stream. I have the store right here for size references. I kind of fudged some stuff up with my recording software, so I'm not sure if the music is too loud or not, but it should be fine. So I'm going to try my best to draw stuff that I am. Hey, what's up? Did I miss anything? No, you did not, Elden Ring. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing basically a drawing stream. Well, that's not really anything new, but I'm doing one where I practice how to draw stuff because then I suck at drawing. So do this in twos. But yeah, I will draw anything that isn't too niche. So right now, I'm trying to draw a woman. And as you can see, can't really draw one too well. Okay, sounds fun. Alright. See, as you can see, I'm trying to draw a woman right here. This here is a girl that I drew. She's pixelated because, well, she just is. Alright, so, anyways. So yeah, just, let me know if you want anything drawn and I will do it. I can, also do some design for other stuff too. Mainly, what I really am horrible at drawing on women is their breasts. I absolutely suck at that, so... does that look too far apart to you too? It does to me. But, I plan on drawing a whole bunch today, so we're gonna just keep it going. So let's do that. I'm gonna do just 4 fingers today for the humans. Not too sure how much time I have. I don't think it's a lot, but hopefully it's still a fun time. I accidentally made her be all legs, barely any torso. Hey, that's fine. Let's give her some massive boots though. But one other thing that I also suck at drawing is children. I basically cannot draw any human at all, so to speak. So that should be good like that. I have a layer here over her, so let's do that too. So let's do this, and that. One finger there, one finger here, then one there. That should be good. So that's good, that's good. Yeah, she looks all kinds of messed up. But that's fine. Let's just give her a green shirt, since I already have green selected. The pants blue. Have some nice navy blue boots. I'm gonna make her a blonde though. Let's try to make the skin kind of peach. That should be a fine color. I was about to say the name of the wrong term, but the Dexter New Blood, that's a pretty... Actually, I ended up dead saying the name of the wrong term. I don't like Dexter New Blood, but Dexter what was it called? Revelations or something like that. I don't know why they're using all this twist and stuff in Dexter when he's a serial killer. But I digress. It's a pretty good show, at least from what I saw. I really liked Peter Dinklage's character. I haven't caught like the ending of it yet, and I don't know where I can catch it because I moved. So that's that. But hey, parts that I did see pretty good. And can anyone say yikes? Goodness gracious, look at her. Alright. But yeah, this is my werewolf. That's how big it's gonna be in comparison to the humans. I originally had like a whole giant here. For reference, the giant is this big, like almost 40 feet tall. So yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna draw a giant here today unless y'all want me to. But hey, just say the name of whatever and I will draw it. Alright, so let's actually try to draw something else. Let's try to draw some elderly. Should totally draw a female version of Diaper Dog from the series Captain Underpants. Alright. Alright, so this is actually a pretty good scenario because since I suck at drawing like females, this should be a nice challenge for me because I can just take this male character and just draw it in a more feminine way. Alright, so let's do that. And this. For those of you that are wondering, I'm pretty sure this dog is an adult. It looks like an adult dog to me. But anyways. And so did that within the 7-minute mark. Change this to so it's kind of like high heels, basically. Not that all women wear high heels, but I gotta make it a little bit more feminine. I think he does the diaper thing because he works with a baby. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Alright, let's also add some lines here just to show that it's blowing a bit. And that should be good. Let's add this here. Alright, so let's go ahead and add the eyes like so. Let's try to make it a little bit more like feminine. So let's just add some of this here. So that should be good. And by the way, feel free to make as many suggestions as y'all want. Alright, so let's actually do that. I got 1.5 minutes left to win this. So wish me luck. Alright, so that's about the color. Forgot to make that black. Alright, that's about it. And let's make this color here brown. And let's make this pink. Or like in between red and pink. Kinda like that. Just to make a female version of it. But thank you for the suggestion, Meow Pig. Meow. I don't think I said it yet, but welcome to the stream. Alright, so. So I think that looks pretty good. Certainly looks better than the human character that I made. Like I said, I suck at drawing humans. Alright, so let's see. Let's attempt to draw an elder. I don't know why I did the size thing here. I'm not going to follow it, but yeah. Let's actually move the wolf over. Because I'm gonna actually try to follow it. Oddly enough. And why not? Let's just start a new layer. Alright, so let's make someone real old. Yeah, the size 10, she would be small, right? Yeah, she definitely would be smaller than she is. Accidentally made her the size of a... Oh, here it is. Accidentally made her like 6 feet tall. Could shrink it down though, so they would be... I think 4 feet might be a better height. Like, it is a dog after all. So I think 4 feet would work. Let's put that up here. Maybe I could try drawing... excuse me, drawing like some kind of like Cthulhu monster or something. But like I said, I'm good at monsters, so I really shouldn't be drawing that one. Yeah, the size things would be small, right? Yeah, I think I said that already. Alright, so let's see. I already drew this old woman twerking in an animation, so let's actually try and draw an old man this time. Alright, so let's try to draw like a nice sturdy frame. Alright, that works. Let's do this. Well, not all old people need glasses, so let's just do some nice eyes right here. My humble opinion, old people do need a mustache though. So let's do some wrinkles. How about Mark Davis from Fairy Tale? I do not know what that is. Carrying people true parts of Elderman right now. That's why I'm not talking. Hey, that's fine, Elderman. I'm gonna continue with this order for right now. And so let's give him like eyebrows that kind of go like up in the middle. Alright, just that should be good. Right now it looks like he's contemplating life a little bit. Alright, let's actually expand his forehead just a tad. Let's give him his hair like a little bit of volume. Why doesn't he have ears? This guy's just not gonna have ears, okay? That's just gonna be the facts right now. Alright, I'll try and like search up what Mal said, unless he leaves like another suggestion, because I do not know what Markov Jr. is, to be honest. And so got this nice like tie here. Again, I haven't really stared at old people bodies that long. All I know is their arms are very fun to play with. But he's gonna have his arms covered up right here. And so let's just have like a little walker that he carries around. Let's do that. Alright, I was gonna make his pants slow, but this is an old man we're talking about, so you know the pants gotta be real high. So let's do that. Add the belt right here. And what can we name this old man? Pops feels a little bit too generic. How about we name him... He looks like his name is Capsaicin or something. Yeah, he's named after the spiciness of a pepper. Alright, so let's make his skin like kind of sun-dried. I'm kind of proud of how this old man turned out. One thing I need to remember though is his neck. His neck needs to be wrinkly too. Alright, that should do it. Alright, then we're gonna move on to Mayo's one right after this. And if anyone else has a suggestion, feel free to say it now. So, got this. Let's make it ready. See, that gray is perfect right here, here, and here. There we have the eye. I think I really like how this one turned out. Just add like a little bit of something here. Just had like a little parting line. I think that worked. Alright, so I was thinking maybe making him more bloodshot, but he's very fine for an elder. Alright, so let's see what this alright. Wow. Alright, so let's go ahead. Oh, Marakrov is another old man. I had to look him up since I had no idea who he was. Is he a Nazi? I'm just gonna assume he's not. Alright, so anyways. You're gonna look for... Alright, that one looks like a relatively easy picture to do. I kind of accidentally drew him, but this isn't technically not him, so let's go ahead and and get a proper picture and do him nice and properly. Alright, so wonder what his height is. Let's make him 5 feet. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Well, I suppose I really should be using references since I'm technically practicing here. I just don't like using references because, like, drawing from the imagination, it just feels like it makes the art that you make way more unique. Let me get rid of that. I actually need to draw from this line here, then this line. It's always easier to have things meet in the middle. It's a nice little tidbit for you. So let's go ahead and do that, and it's about right here. And this, about right here. See, mustache or eyes first? Well, Molotov is 3.8. 3.8? Oh, wow. He is a sword's kin. Right, need to make his head smaller. Alright, let's actually move this old man over to the side. I find it funny that I kind of threw out the 5 minutes in, but, kind of, but not really. I'm still gonna keep it. Since this is a really interested looking old man, I'm gonna go ahead and draw him with the additional time. Alright, so let's see. The head would be about yay big, and he would be, this is 3 feet tall, not including the 4, around 8 should be around here. Here, so it should be around 3.8. Alright, so, let me see. I'm gonna need to just add some ink to that, and hopefully it makes the whole thing bigger. Alright, that's about right. And so let's go ahead and I got this now, so let's actually stretch this out a tad. Let's do the mustache, so point here, point here. of like how I accidentally like drew the old man without even knowing him, because this character that I drew looks kind of similar. It's just the hairstyle is different, but the mustache and the look of the face look eerily similar. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's also add some wrinkles right here, because this is gonna be like good for the comic that I'm making. Because there's gonna be adults and children there, and my adults and children, they all look the same age for the most part. So I remember making an animation like for the 4th of July where a bunch of like adults were being blown up, being used as fireworks, like being launched in the air and exploding. And then someone commented saying, why are these children blowing up?" And that was just so awkward. I didn't mean to that I didn't mean for it to look like that. They were meant to be adults. But yeah. So I need to learn how to draw them more distinctly. But yeah, that was a long time ago. An animation I made. Alright, so let's do the eyebrows kind of like that. Personally, I think I should have made it bigger and then just shrunk it down. That would have made more sense. But you live and you learn. So I'm just gonna keep it going from this spot here. And so make the eyes smaller would be a fine lesson to learn. This. And so we got this old man, this old man. Stretch it out to about here. You could probably like get away with just coloring him in now for the head. Then I'm gonna do more for his body. Wonder if this guy like has superpowers, kind of like a Omni-Man and stuff. So I like how they folded it in and made him not look like he's gonna wear like all of this crazy stuff. Alright, so got this right here. So that looks good like that. I recognize that song. And the choice to stay is much better. Because I remember the song, like, it wasn't in the episode. The episode is too young for it to have it, but the song where it's better just to stay and not be a jerk was of an episode of Drake and Josh where Drake was horrible to Josh for one last time, and Josh had enough. He just said, "Drake, I am done with you," and that was that. All right. So basically, got like the whole gist of it. I made his back frill a little bit too big, but I think that's a fine look, to be honest. So we got that. Thank you for the suggestion, Mal. Anyway, if any of you have, what did I do? Any of you have suggestions, be sure to leave them in the comments, and I will draw them next. And let me just see if I'm being heard and everything. It looks very nice. I'm so glad that you like it, Mal. It's very nice. I'm so glad that you like it, Mal. I'm glad if you think it looks very nice. Even though I did that to make him short still, he still ended up being taller than the door. So that was that. Probably just gonna accept that for the most part. Let's see. What can I do next? Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff here. Got werewolves, this man, this woman, an old man, uh, the dog underpants from Dogman. And so, yeah, got a nice bunch of characters right here, which is pretty good. Alright, so let's see, what do I do next? Alright, let's try to draw an anime woman. fact, I'm actually going to load up a reference for this one because I know who I want to draw. It's from my favorite cartoon, one of my favorite cartoons, Dr. Stone. I don't know her name at all, but I know which one it is. It's the gorilla woman. So I'm gonna do that. And she's kind of tall, so she's like 6 something, but I'm gonna draw her normally and then shrink her down. Because that would be simpler to do. By the way, this is a little forest I made for everything and everyone. I'm just gonna take a picture before I start. Because, yeah, the humans are gonna be coming up pretty soon in the comic that I'm working on. So, hopefully gonna get like the first episode out of my animated pilot out pretty soon too. It's not gonna be out pretty soon. It's gonna be out like by the end of the year, but hopefully it would be out like this year. And so this is my first time like actually trying to draw in an anime style. Yeah. So as you can see, this is my obviously first time drawing an anime. But I think I did try to draw Dr. Stone once a long, long time ago. Excuse me. May look like it, but these are not dreadlocks. These are just strands of hair. Still here, by the way. Alright, that's good to know. Well done, right? I was kind of looking like Raven from Teen Titans. I should draw her too, but Oh, there's the robot voice. Alright. Spider. The robot voice might finally be on. Oh, still there. Alright, so now I can finally talk again. And like move my mouse adequately because it was glitching like crazy all before. I want to actually try my best to draw her hips, so I'm gonna leave the shield like at her side. Oh god, all of that right here. Alright, so right now I'm doing the shield for. Oh, that's her name, Kohaku. Alright, so I got Kohaku here. I'm going to make the sorry attempt at drawing her rest at the moment. Because, Yanks is gonna be the name of it. Alright, so that should be good. Let's see, how is this right here? Let's just attach the arm a little bit more fully. Also make the arm go a bit here instead of to the left. Alright, so that's looking good there. Let's do something kind of like this. She has a real, like, hourglass figure look going on about her. So let's actually do the rope. Alright, not quite enough hips. Let's change it up a bit. Not quite. Let's just add a straight up curve to it. And so let's have these go kind of like this. Wow, what the heck is that? That leg right there. Alright, so at least that's looking good. I feel like I could make the booty a little bit bigger. Like based on this that I see. Let's actually undo a little bit of the booty and redo it just so it's a nice normal amount. Right. And for those of you that never seen Dr. Stone, I really should have been explaining it earlier. In case I'm mad at this. But yeah, Dr. Stone is basically a show where everyone on the planet got turned to stone, and then he, like, randomly wakes up 3,000 years later after every single building gets destroyed. Not through, like, bombs or anything like that, but through erosion. And all of that erosion just made... Does he not look fat? I didn't mean for that to happen, but he was kind of chubby there. Which is fine, but that's not how the character looks. So let's just increase that to 5 right now. Alright, so let's see. I think I should probably... Yeah, I think I see the issue here. I drew the rest of the dress right under the belt when I should not have done that. My mistake. Alright, so about yay high should do it. Alright, 9's a bit too thick, so let's shrink that down to 2 again. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that, so that should be good. And so that looks a lot better now that it's in more of like a proportion. Let me just see if I can. No, that booty is a little bit too big for Kohaku. So we're just gonna leave that like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and add the more of the details. And so let's actually have her like hold a knife in a way. Right, you know what? I should. Where's the tin here? Need to try to find one like with her arms out. I can't. But yeah. What I really need to work on are the arms because they don't look well either. Uh, and so let's also do this, and since it's anime, let's also do that with their fingers too. Right, well, anyways, next time. And so that's good like that. Let's actually go ahead and start coloring and so let's see. And skip ahead and up the music just a bit. I think I patched like all the other holes. Right? And let's also, before I forget, like have the legs go all the way up here because that's where they're supposed to go in this cartoon. Let's actually make it a little bit more this color. That should work. All right. So that's fine. That's fine. Might be out of time nearly, but I've basically finished this one, so we're good. Fell asleep midway through this, so and that's unfortunate. But luckily everything seems to be going well still. One thing I also need to work on are hands because yikes, like what the heck are those? I know I was midway through falling asleep, but there's no excuse for hands like that. Goodness gracious! All right, so let's actually make the knife blade a little bit more anime-esque. So let's add some nice shine to it. May not know how to do hands well, but I do know how to make knives. Alright, so plus people could just come by and like watch this again later to see like the progress that I made. I've been having a lot of issues with sleep recently, so sorry I keep falling asleep during streams. But yeah, it's almost out of time. Actually, I am out of time. I just want to at least get this part done on stream. So basically got this here, this here. Let's go ahead and don't really know the proper eye color for that, but I believe it was green. Just gonna do that here, just a nice pink there, and call it a day. Alright, so if you enjoyed this, please press that like button. Also press the subscribe button for more videos such as this one. Share this video, comment down below. If you know how this character looks, you will know that I failed at this, but believe me, this is why it's called a practice stream. I'm gonna do my best to fix it. And can't forget the white shoes at the bottom. Alright, so I got like a discount Kohaku week right here. Alright, so that's that. And until next time, this is Invasion Animation, signing out.